Hello my retro friends, today we're going to do a walk around of my 1995 Cadillac Eldorado. It's a personal luxury car, which means it's a blend of style, comfort, and power. This car happens to be a convertible, which is fairly unusual, but not nearly as expensive as you think they are. You can go on eBay and buy nicer examples than mine for about $10,000 or $12,000. They made a couple thousand Eldorado convertibles over the 10-year run from 1993 to 2002. I purchased this car when I was only 24 years old. Owning a convertible that I drove daily in the winter was not the brightest of ideas. I purchased a car because back in the late 90s this was a very powerful car at 300 horsepower, plus a very stylish car, and the biggest party trick is it is a convertible that made it a fairly rare car, especially up here in Wisconsin. Being a mid-90s Cadillac, there is some issues with it. Build quality was not the best, but I did buy it for the engine, which is fantastic. This car is 100% original. I did replace the wheels due to pitting, so I got something off an STS. The chrome does pit if you don't take good care of it. Lesson learned. I do have a thing for personal license plates. Everyone knows who I am when I pull up. It's kind of a little thing I like to do. The convertible top is power, very easy to work. You step on the brake, you release two latches in the front and then put down the windows. And then there's a little switch on the dashboard to put the top down. Afterwards I like to put the boot on, it looks a lot better. Inside the car is a very nice place to be. Everything is wrapped in leather. Of course there's a lot of plastic, a lot of faux wood, but still a very nice comfortable spot. Heated seats of course. There is a back seat, not very good for adults, but I did put my three kids, when there were kids back there, younger, they loved it. It's a lot of fun to tool around town with the top down. Like I said, I've owned this car since 1999. It's starting to show a bit on the leather and the exterior. Hopefully we'll get that all cleaned up this year. It is a very good driving car. Everything works mechanically on it. Inside the 95 Cadillac Eldorado, this is a nice comfy car. I'm 6'5", I have tons of leg room. I can sit in this car all day. You have a trip computer, you have your average mile per hour, your range. You got your headlights right here, power locks, power windows, power mirrors. Here are the four windows. These are all automatic. When this car was originally built, these two were not here. These were static windows. They did not go up and down. They changed that with the conversion. You can't see, but there's a button down here, and that's what operates the power top. 4-speed automatic, very common in the 90s. Added to the 4.6 liter 32 valve dual overhead cam V8 that pumps out 300 horsepower and 300 foot-pounds of torque. This is the ETC model, which is slightly more powerful. And of course this convertible has automatic climate, rear defrost, which is no longer used, front defrost, fan speed. It's basically a nice 90s cruiser with a little bit of sportiness to it. The stereo, very typical 1990s. Has a cassette deck, equalizer of sorts, bass and treble, presets, tuning the radio, plenty of volume. The nice thing about this is through the 8 speakers in the car, it screams at 80 miles an hour with the top down. In here, it's a 90s car. We have an ashtray and even a cigarette lighter. We had a beautiful day in the low 70s, so I pulled out the Eldorado and just cruised around. It's so enjoyable to drive with the top down. This is the biggest part. This is why I want to drive it. It's a nice smooth ride to begin with. It's a Cadillac. It has all the Cadillac stuff that you would expect. But being a convertible, people will walk up to you at the gas station, ask, did I do that myself? How many of these exist? In a world that doesn't really have convertibles anymore, I think The last American convertible you can get is a Mustang. Buying a vintage convertible like this might make sense for just tooling around. Here in Milwaukee, I get about 6 months of driving this around because you can drive it around in April all the way through October. Well worth it. I'll probably put about 3,000 miles on this car this year. So do I recommend it? If this is not your first car, you're not your primary car, absolutely. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please like and subscribe to keep up with the newest videos. And as always, keep it retro, my friends.